Good evening, Master. Good evening. Good evening to the ladies who accompany us. Good evening to our friend Channel. Listening to your conversations and participating in each of your daily lives, I can tell you that I am happy, very happy, with the direction that things are taking. We see that every day our spiritual evolution is advancing. Every day more people are joining us and hearing these teachings, these messages, and reflecting on the messages, on the content of the messages. Although many are far from taking actions to reverse the situation they are in, reflection is already a great achievement and improvement. It is a great achievement that we are able to make people reflect on what has been happening in their lives. More and more people are becoming aware that you are pure light. Each one of you is pure divine light. You were born with divine light. You are born with a portion of God's energy, the threefold flame, properly installed in your hearts, and you get the understanding that there is no reason to seek enlightenment elsewhere. There is no reason to seek enlightenment in anyone but within yourself. You are already enlightened human beings. You need only remember that you need to eliminate things, such as thoughts and situations and other impediments that cover up this light. Many will soon benefit from their own light. There are those who have been seeking this elevation, who are gradually becoming aware that the light is within ourselves, and no longer going in search of churches, temples, gurus, mentors, in order to rise spiritually. With the recognition and consciousness that things on the material plane distract and divert us from the path of light, spiritual elevation occurs. Accordingly, fewer and fewer people go out looking for the solution. Instead of literally going out to seek the solution, people must enter into their beings and search within their inner selves and raise their threefold flame and clear the impurities that cover their brightness in order that they will see and feel their divine light. From then on, as they rise higher and higher, many wonderful things happen in the lives of these people as they progressively approach the fifth dimension. With each progression, with each step towards spiritual elevation, it gets increasingly more difficult to regress to your past state of unawareness. The tendency is for people to rise higher and higher as proximity to the fifth dimension is attained. Naturally, people's free will always allow them to regress in their level, in their energies, but by maintaining the same energies, the tendency is always upward. Nothing makes me happier than watching our beloved human beings evolve. Beloved Master Tanaka, beloved friend Channel, your evolution is really an example for other people, for other human beings to keep walking. Again, it is important to remember the importance of forgiveness, the importance of letting go of the ego, and the importance of not giving in to fear. The inability to forgive, the inability to leave behind the ego, and the inability to not give in to fear. These three things are the great evils on the material plane. They are largely responsible for our imbalances, for moving you away from light, from your inner light. Therefore, it is important to ensure that these three topics are always monitored. It is essential that we always be vigilant in regard to the issues of the ego, not to be carried away by this feeling, this sensation, this thing that is so bad for us. It is important to always maintain humility. It is important to always keep in mind the idea that we are all equal, regardless of the current situation on this material plane. All of us are made up of parcels of divine light. We may be experiencing momentary difficulties, but we are all the same. This thought and realization must always be remembered in order to keep a distance from self-centeredness and from selfishness. Regarding fear, we can say that fear is nothing more than a lack of faith, a lack of trust in Almighty God, the lack of knowledge that you were made in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, we must be constantly vigilant in regard to our feelings of fear that limit us so much in so many aspects. Fear of other human beings, fear of missing people, fear of being in need. All these fears must be replaced by faith, by trust in God and trust in yourself. Always remember that God always wants us to be happy, always healthy, and always to have enough. Therefore, believe in God, and you will lack nothing. It is necessary that we let go of this feeling of fear and feel more and more the presence of God, that we feel more in touch with our intuitions and listen to our intuitions, which are nothing but God communicating with us, with all of us. Many people end up not believing in God because of one thing: the lack of forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, which makes you think that you are not worthy of God's grace. That is why it is so important that you forgive yourself. God, in his full mercy, has certainly already forgiven you. Therefore, you should let go of your feelings of guilt and forgive yourself, and feel worthy of the grace of God, and feel that you are rising and will never again make the mistakes already made in the past. And in this way, even with your negative experiences, you are rising more and more. God's grace is also achieved by those who can forgive those who have offended them, those who can forgive those who have attacked them, because those negative feelings of hatred and bitterness are as bad for you as for those you hate. Therefore, it is necessary for you, from the bottom of your heart, to forgive all those who caused you injury and offence. Only in this way will you again be in balance with your energies and be able to be closer and closer to your divine light, and ever more distant from the heavy energies of hatred, resentment, and anger. Therefore, my beloved ones, reflect on these issues: forgiveness, ego, and fear. Very well, Master. Very good, friend channel. I believe the message was truly clear to everyone. I thank you again for being here with me, Master Saint Germain, in yet another message for you and for all human beings. Have a great week, everyone. So be it. So it is. It is done. Thank God.